Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy, remember it? Okay, I can't contain it. I am so excited about today's review. I can't even believe we're looking over it. For the first time ever, we are going to review Samurai Jack! I know, right? Said by many to be one of the best cartoons ever made, Samurai Jack hypnotized an entire generation with its stylized animation, surreal humor, and dramatic turns. I can't believe we get to look over it today. This is the greatest job in the world! So, let's whip out our katana blades and get ready for action! For the first time ever, this is... Well, that's fine too. Because Jerry Bruckheimer got tired of torturing his adult audiences, he finally said, hey, why don't we mentally scar our children as well? Released in 2003, this film started off as a mafia comedy geared more towards adults. The studio agreed it wasn't funny enough though, so they drew inspiration from one of the highest comedic bars at the time, Snow Dogs. Oh, you think I'm kidding? I'm not kidding! Producers were so impressed by the marketing campaign for Snow Dogs that they turned this into a family-friendly animal picture. So, not only do you have an unfunny mafia comedy, but you also have an unfunny animal picture. Both almost in no way connecting with each other at all. It apparently worked though, as not only was this #1 at the box office on Martin Luther King Jr. weekend, but it even spawned an animated sequel, Kangaroo Jack, G'day USA.
Don't you dare stare! You better move! Don't ever compare!
All are punished! So, how uncomfortable is all this? I refer you back to Punished! Let's take a look at not Samurai Jack, but Kangaroo Jack. We open with a flashback of our main character Charlie, whose mom begins to date Christopher Walken. Okay, I will give this movie a chance if at some point he says, this is not over! Kangaroos! He also meets his best friend Lewis, who saves him from drowning in the water. Oh, I didn't add in that music, by the way. That is from the movie. You get it? Because he's not Superman. They're playing Superman! Punished! Okay, I'm gonna stop with that. I just had to get one more out. Cut to years later, where Walken is the stepdad of Charlie, now played by Jerry O'Connell. I'd pay good money if this was a slider reality. Who works under Walken and is still friends with Lewis, played now by Anthony Anderson. He's still getting him into trouble because your kid doesn't know how to drag you to good movies yet.
If I don't get these TVs off the truck, man, I don't get paid. I need your help on this one, all right? 2 hours tops, that's all I need. This is really important for me.
Blah, 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 something that'll result in a Bruckheimer chase.
Watch out! Watch out! Here we go!
Again, this is shot a little differently for a goofy animal movie, isn't it?
This is the New York Police Department.
Come on, girl! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
You're Kangaroo Jack, not enemy of the state!
Oh no. A lot of fish.
They get away, but not from the wrath of Walken. And if there is a god, please have this be the awkward Walken who gets a laugh like on SNL, and not the awkward Walken who makes things stiff and uncomfortable like on SNL.
Louis Booker, you degenerate moron.
A little bit of both, I'll take it.
You would, I have no doubt, slay the maiden and save the dragon.
Okay, $10 right now. He got that line wrong and they kept it anyway.
A lion can raise a mouse, but the mouse is still a mouse.
I knew 2 mice. They fell into a bucket of cream.
And just when you think it couldn't get any goofier. Hi, Michael Shannon.
Not look in that envelope under any circumstances. Understood?
I can't hear.
Understood!
I swear this whole scene is just Walken and Shannon trying to out-Walken and Shannon themselves.
You meet a man named Mr. Smith. You give this envelope to Mr. Smith.
Not bad, huh? I really got the weird dead stare down.
Yes, but I have this dead stare with the finger thing.
You can't beat my dead stare.
I'm still doing the finger thing.
Sadly, that's the last of the accidental happiness, as the two of them are sent to drop off money in Australia. But look, they both try fireball candy, because... I don't know.
Why is my mouth on fire?
There's something wrong with this. Stop acting like a baby.
Huh, we forgot to add a punchline to this. Oh well, get used to that, Kangaroo Jack. But Louis discovers 50 grand in the envelope, and they decide to try and keep it. But not before some literal bathroom humor.
Something doesn't smell right here. Look at it.
I've never seen so much green in one little brown package.
Oh, it slipped out.
We're here a while, folks.
Help me scoop it up.
Oh, this is one big load.
What a mess.
Just want to roll around in it.
Hand me the rest of the pile.
What was the writing process for this like? You think they were proud when they came up with this nugget of genius?
Can I hold it?
No, dump it in the envelope. I'm gonna put it in my pocket. I know there's something here. I just can't crack it.
Well, you're the writer of Kramer versus Kramer, Chinatown, and The Godfather. I'm sure you can think of something.
My God. I think I've got it.
What is it?
What if, while in the bathroom, instead of talking about money, the people outside think they're talking about poo-poo?
It's brilliant! So good!
Can I at least smell it?
Maybe later.
Oh, no.
Thus Bruckheimer envisioned making an Even Stevens kid a millionaire with that one phrase.
Oh, no.
Thank God it had no negative impact on him. By God, that's a lot of mugshots.
The key is to act like you don't have anything to hide.
Good day, mate.
Thanks, boys.
Written by a person who has clearly never gone through customs. Oh, yeah, I forget to mention there's a lot of annoying editing in this movie. Swipes, wipes, zoom ins, zoom outs. I'm not against fast editing if it's done correctly. Edgar Wright, for example, uses fast editing to make the pacing feel more exciting and flow faster. This fast editing somehow feels dull and moves slower. How is it doing that? It's like a time machine of mediocrity. Can you hear the thunder? Was that 2 seconds or 2 hours there? It's really hard to tell. Hey, this film might have the right idea. It killed Kangaroo Jack before we even saw him. Just like the initial trailer reactions. Hey, I got an idea. Let's make our main characters kind of weird and sick.
Oh, say cheese. This could be our Christmas card.
Next, let's find his family and do a puppet show with his corpse. But of course, the kangaroo is not dead and somehow looks even faker than Ice-T in Tank Girl. I'm just imitating what we're not hearing from the crowd right now. But Louis realizes the money was in the hoodie.
The kangaroo got the money. I put the money in the jacket.
I put the coat on her!
So they try to chase after him, seeing if they can get it back. Shit, this is the movie, isn't it? The rest of the film is just them chasing this damn thing.
Here we come, baby. Oh, we gaining them.
Okay, at the most, this could pass for a Sylvester and Kangaroo short. The filler Rob McKinson directed when he was clearly focusing on Foghorn Leghorn cartoons. But nope, we got an hour 20 of this. Hell, the least you could have done is turn this into a Wile E. Coyote crossover. They chase him for a while, but find no luck. So they stop off at a bar.
Now, there's a youngster can drink.
Right. My name's Blue.
Folks around here call me the stereotype.
Nice to meet you, Chezza.
They get a plan, though, to ask a wildlife expert, who of course happens to be American, hot, clean as hell, and in a Bruckheimer film, played by Estella Warren.
See, I put my lucky jacket on the back of a dead kangaroo who came to life and then hopped off with all my money.
Okay, where's my agent? Where the hell is that coward? Speaking of which, remember how this was shoehorned to be called Kangaroo Jack? Better cut to him doing something. We justified the title! And to their credit, they do talk about him once.
Tranquilizer dart. It works in 3 stages. Stage 1, temporary blindness. Stage 2, partial paralysis. And stage 3, complete shutdown of all motor skills.
Also the stages of watching this movie.
There's this American girl that works there, and she is, ooh, bam, just rub it. Ooh, this one.
She has tits! Christ! But Walken discovers the guys are missing and sends Shannon in to find them.
Maybe they figured it out. My stepson couldn't figure out a cheese sandwich. If they spotted him, the pumpernickel and a provolone.
I think all of Walken's dialogue was comprised of dares to see if he'd actually say it.
After Joey Clams got whacked, his head was amorphous.
On a side note, meow 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 meow.
They ask the stereotype to fly him towards the kangaroo, but they accidentally tranquilize the pilot. They crash on the ground and decide to walk on foot where they come across a sandstorm. You may think that's not funny, but you're wrong! It's funny! They start seeing mirages, though, that start playing with their minds.
Louis, wait a second. I'm having another one of those mirages. And this one's a beauty.
Yeah, but this one's definitely not real. Estella Warren is pretending to be a wildlife expert, riding through the desert without one speck of sand on her. Is her acting good? Yes. Definitely not her!
How you doing?
Good. You?
Good.
Did I mention in G'day USA he also directs his own movie?
Nah, I'm not feeling it, people.
So many kid-friendly similarities between these two. And no joke, immediately after groping her, we cut to the kangaroo rapping.
Nice.
You can talk.
I said a hip hop. The hippie to the hip hop, and you don't stop the rock to the bang bang boogie.
Because again, your 5-year-old should really connect these two scenes together. Aren't you glad when they rewind it back to watch this scene again, they'll always see this right before it? Thanks, family-friendly Bruckheimer.
See, I am Jackie Legs, and I'd like to say hello.
You'll be happy to know this is Hell's soundtrack 24/7. I know, I got a copy right here. It's literally just that, over and over and over. As if that wasn't enough nightmare fuel, how about Christopher Walken's voice coming out of that thing?
If I find out what, Charlie, that you lost my money, I ask you to do something for me. This is not that.
This was the moment when parents were checking their popcorn to make sure it wasn't laced with ecstasy. Still not freaky enough? How about we just randomly have them chant chicken blood? Oh yeah! That's a thing!
Chicken blood.
Chicken blood.
Oi, chicken blood. Chicken blood. Chicken blood. Chicken blood. Chicken blood. Chicken blood. Chicken blood.
I consider myself a reasonably strong person, but I'm not gonna lie. Kangaroos waving their fingers chanting chicken blood is kind of breaking me. I don't know who was beaten as a child to bring this scene to us, but it's breaking me.
Chicken blood. Chicken blood. Chicken blood. Chicken blood. Chicken blood. Chicken blood.
Okay. I think I need a break to remind myself what species I am. Please excuse me while I go and swim in a puddle of my own tears.
Chicken blood.
Oh God, stop! So it's revealed that this nightmare fuel is actually a nightmare. But that won't stop advertisers from putting it in every trailer, making every kid think it's about a rapping kangaroo.
I said a hip hop. The hippie to the hip hop, and you don't stop the rock to the bang bang boogie.
Please, what do you think this is, the Titanic?
Drink this. It'll bring down the swelling. Unfortunately, it'll also make your testicles fall off.
Did I also mention he goes water skiing? Child-friendly fun for all.
Knock, knock. Very funny.
Can't be too careful.
That's right, boys watching. You grab a woman's breast, they'll totally have a good sense of humor about it. They're very laid back about that kind of stuff. But I know what you're thinking. Nothing could possibly top the bathroom scene from earlier. Well, I'm happy to say we get to witness the pure genius of camel farting. Oh, you think I'm joking? You dare think I make that up? Play that shit!
Oh, come on. Oh.
Get used to it, boys. Camels do that.
And again, we're here for a while, folks.
Come on. Oh.
Oh! Say those heavenly words again.
Camels farting.
What is with these camels?
You know somewhere a kid is watching Inside Out for the first time right now? One unlucky son of a bitch. We have farting camels! Emotional development, intellectual understanding, great humor. Nope! Farting camels! We cracked it! We know what's good for your kid! Thy name is Farting Camels! Please Do not thank us. Let your summer schools do that. We're giving them a lot of business. They do finally come across the kangaroo, but Warren insists they need to disguise themselves to hide their scent. Thank God kangaroos can't smell stupid. But fire ants munch on Lewis because, you know, this movie didn't have enough annoying sounds.
Get off me! Get off me! Oh, I'm gonna roll in the grass!
A dingo ate his funny. Well, at least this leads to a family-friendly shower scene.
I was gonna take a bath.
Come near me, I'll kill you.
So nervous.
You have absolutely no effect on me. You could kiss me right now and it wouldn't make the slightest...
Remember, kids, assertiveness, force, no difference.
Nothing?
No, sorry.
Well, we literally met by you grabbing my tits and you're ignoring my threats of violence against you. I don't know why that would be! But like most of the jokes in this movie, she was just playing hard to get. However, things take a serious turn when the gangsters catch them.
Now, there are two ways of doing this, and one of them's a lot less painful than the other.
One is fast-forwarding the movie, the other is letting it play out. You can guess which one is which! They escape, though, leading to Kangaroo Jack insert number 20. Huh, funny how no people are in that scene. Almost like it was added in after they realized they weren't making a real film. Which is a shame, I was really curious about the Joker and Harley scenes. They rescue Warren by making a threat that, honestly, I don't fully follow.
What do you do for a living that makes you so brave, Charlie?
I'm a hairdresser. Now drop the knife.
Why did that work? Do they think he has scissor hands? But Michael Shannon arrives to make things even more complicated.
Sal's very disappointed to hear you lost that money.
We'll get the money back.
It's too late for that, Charlie.
We had a contract and it didn't involve no bloody ruse.
I had to come all the way down here to the sphincter of the galaxy to straighten out this puked up furball of a mess. Do not agitate me.
We had a contract.
Do not agitate me.
Okay, I am 100% convinced they did not tell them the name of this movie. They were probably told it was called Death Down Under or Devil in the Outback. If they were told this movie was called Kangaroo Jack, they'd be like, no shit, I mean, I can just do this then, right? Right? But the kangaroo does show up, resulting in a wild roo chase. This will have a slight redemption if it goes the Thelma and Louise route. Charlie saves him from the fake backdrop, but Shannon gets the drop on them, revealing the real reason why they were dropping off the money.
What do you think he was paying Smith 50 grand for?
You mean we traveled halfway across the world to pay for our own execution?
Pretty clever, eh?
Super clever. You know how many times they used to do that in Sopranos? Australia assassination, they used to call it. It's overused. Surprised they couldn't hear that. The cops arrest Shannon, but Lewis is blown away that Charlie saved his life.
So now we're even. You don't owe me anymore. You're rid of me.
What are you talking about? I'm rid of you.
Come on, Charlie. Guilt was the glue that held this friendship together.
It is the only way we kept the crew on this movie.
You're wrong, Lewis. I've always needed you.
I need someone to share the shame on this picture. Oh, and look! Kangaroo Jack has a family. They're gonna make the most beautiful wallets. Yes, because even the movie has to remind itself it's called Kangaroo Jack. No, it verbalizes that.
Wait a minute. The movie's called Kangaroo Jack. It should end with me. And I can do impersonations. Come on, people. Throw me a freaking bone.
Comfort me, Jesus.
That's all, blokes.
Well, I'll give that ending this. It makes target practice a lot easier. This movie was awful! It was clearly a bad thing, sloppily turned into an even worse thing. A part of me wishes they stuck with the original version. Oh, hell with a part. All of me wishes they stuck with the original version. I'm sure it was bad, but at least it had Walken and Shannon yucking it up a bit. This movie as is just hurts. It was dumb, it was painful, it was a big pile of kangaroo dung. Hop as far away from this as possible. Well, thank God the next big review I'm gonna do is of a much better movie. The Green Mile. That's right, one of Stephen King's best films. I gotta admit, I was a little confused when I heard that Ryan Reynolds was in it, and he plays a superhero of some kind? I don't understand that part myself, but what are you gonna do? So, get ready for... Oh, come on!
Chicken blood.
Chicken blood.
Chicken blood. Chicken blood.
Hey, Doug Walker here doing the charity shout out, and this week we are doing the Best Friends Animal Society. This is the only national animal welfare organization dedicated to ending the killing of dogs and cats in America's shelters. A leader in the no-kill movement, Best Friends runs life-saving programs in partnership with more than 1,900 rescue groups and shelters across the country, as well as regional centers in New York City, Los Angeles, Atlanta, and Salt Lake City, and the nation's largest no-kill sanctuary for companion animals. Founded in 1984, Best Friends has helped reduce the number of animals killed in shelters nationwide from 17 million per year to 2 million per year. As amazing as that is, that still means there's nearly 5,500 dogs and cats killed every day in shelters, just because they don't have safe places to call home. This organization is determined to get that number to zero by the year 2025, and you can help. If you look at their site and their YouTube page, you can not only see all the great work that they do, but also the incredible animals that you could help save. Click on the link and see how you can save the life of one of these amazing creatures.